He grabbed me by the collar before I made it 3 steps inside. "You're nothing to her anymore, loser. She doesn't want to see your pathetic face." His spit landed on my cheek like punctuation. I didn't flinch. Not in front of my daughter. Not on her wedding day. Her eyes never met mine. Not once. She stood beside her mother, the woman who used to lie beside me each night, murmuring promises into the dark. Now dressed in white lace and lies, smiling for photos I wasn't allowed to be in. My fingers gripped the inside of my coat pocket. A single call. No threats, no shouting, just coordinates. Then I turned. I left the venue behind like a casket I didn't need to bury myself in. 60 minutes later, the groom collapsed outside the reception hall, sobbing, mumbling my daughter's name through broken breaths. I hadn't always been invisible. There was a time she used to run into my arms after school. The way she used to draw hearts around Dad in her notebooks. We had matching keychains, hers a red guitar, mine a silver pick. Then one day she stopped answering my calls. Then the court letters came. Then the restraining order. For her emotional well-being, my ex said in court, her voice honeyed with concern. They didn't even give me a real reason, only silence. And then came the message last year. From my daughter. No greeting, just, "Please stop calling me. I want to change my last name." That was the first time I felt something die in my chest without pain. Then the wedding invitation arrived. Not to attend, just a notice. A receipt of how far I'd fallen from their lives. Still, I showed up. Not for her, but for myself. For the truth. Something had never made sense. She had loved me. Fiercely. Visibly. Children don't sever bonds without bleeding. So I began to dig. Quietly. I hired someone better at staying silent than I was. Surveillance, deleted text recoveries, phone pings. The new husband had history, a deep one. Not just with my wife, but with the court clerk, and the child therapist who gave that glowing testimony. Old college ties, quiet payments, messages hidden beneath fake accounts. It was a performance, and my daughter was the audience, fed one lie at a time until the curtain dropped on me. What twisted it deeper was the video. A conversation between my ex-wife and her new husband. Casual, cruel. Her voice flat. "Just keep pushing him out. She'll forget him. Eventually, he'll give up." And he laughed, mocking my handwriting on birthday cards. Joking about the pathetic man who still sends flowers every February 17th, my daughter's birthday. I saved the video, backed it up 6 times, waited. It wasn't supposed to be my moment, but it became one. During the toasts, I watched the groom walk off toward the trees, wiping sweat from his neck. His best man followed, concerned. A conversation took place. Then his phone buzzed. I'd timed it perfectly. One video, from a number labeled unknown. I watched from across the lawn as the screen lit up. Then his face fell apart. He tried to play it cool, but his knees betrayed him. He sank into the grass, holding his face. He asked to speak to my daughter privately. They disappeared into the tent. When they returned, she was crying, not tears of joy. Her gaze found me, for the first time in 2 years. No words, only confusion, and the quiet cracking of illusions. I walked past the reception hall calmly. No one stopped me this time. The husband, her husband, stood frozen by the valet. "You think this changes anything?" he snapped. "She's still not your daughter." I paused beside him, handed him the same silver pick my daughter gave me when she was 6. "I know," I said, "but she's not yours either." He didn't speak, didn't breathe, didn't chase me when I left. I never raised my voice, never broke anything. Just let the truth hollow him out. That was enough. I didn't go back. I didn't check the aftermath. I didn't need to. They always told me silence was weakness. They were wrong. Silence is surgical. It cuts deeper than rage ever could. Now the truth is out there, poisoned and blooming. No matter what story they try to stitch together now, it will never be whole again. They threw me out like a ghost, so I became one, not to haunt them, but to outlive them. You lose more than family when you betray someone who remembers everything.